Thursday, January 11th, NBA best bets. I got 4 bets today. Recapping yesterday, we ended up going 3-2, but we did hit a plus 217 parlay in the Minnesota Boston game. Pretty easy hitter. Hit early in the fourth quarter. Jason Tatum was the last leg. He got 25 pretty early on in the fourth quarter. Kobe White over 24.5 points plus assists. He finished with 38 total. Started out kind of slow, but really from like the second quarter on, he took off. Obviously went way over this line, had a great game. Then we had Anthony Edwards over 27.5 points. He finished with 29. Took overtime to get it done, but he got it done. He hit 27 through most of the fourth quarter, it felt like. Got a little worried. Celtics came back, pushed it to overtime, and he ended up getting it done, finishing with 29. The two we missed came down to one person. Steph Curry, we had him over 28.5 points. He didn't play the entire fourth quarter due to a blowout. It seems like there's always blowouts now in the NBA and the National Basketball. They're in the National Blowout Association. It's just happened constantly. He had 13 at half. They were down 13 at half, and they got the lead down to 9 with like 4 minutes left in the third, and then the Pelicans went on a run and blew them out the rest of the game. That's how we lost that bet. And then we did day one of the ladder challenge, trying to turn $10 into $10K in 10 days. All the other legs hit. We had Curry, 20 plus points. And like I said, he finished with 15. He scored 2 points in the second half. He only played in the third quarter, but he only scored 2 points. Went into halftime with 13. We're feeling pretty good. It wasn't a blowout yet, but unfortunately, blowouts happen, and that's how we lose day one of the ladder challenge. We're going to try that again, but not today. I have 4 picks today. For the first one, Mikal Bridges over 21.5 points. He's only hit this in 2 of his last 8 games. The last 6 games, he's averaging 15 shots a game. So he's still getting plenty of shots. They're just not falling for him. But he is coming off a 42-point game where he shot the ball 26 times. And this is an early tip at 1. I like Mikal to show up. I mean, coming off a 42-point game, they probably ain't going to score 40 again, but I expect him, hopefully this got him back in a flow, because last year when he got traded to the Nets, he was a lock for 20 points. You knew Mikal was going to give you 20 every night. It's kind of been up and down so far this year. He's still getting the amount of volume. The shots just aren't dropping for him. I expect that to change. I like him over 21.5 points today at an early tip against the Cavs. Then we're going to take Giannis over 12.5 rebounds. He's hit this in 4 out of his last 6 games. In the one game versus Celtics this year, he ended up having 13 rebounds. So, hey, that's perfect. Celtics are coming off, an OT win last night against the Timberwolves. It was a great game, and I expect them to come out, maybe not sluggish, but less energy. I expect the Bucks, didn't play last night, come out a little bit more energy, and Giannis, I expect a big game from him, not only rebounding, but if you want to take his points, I was right there on his points, but I decided to go with his rebounds. You could even take maybe his points plus rebounds, combine them together, but I like him to be aggressive tonight and grab a lot of boards. And then for our last straight play, I like Devin Booker over 11.5 rebounds plus assists. He's been under this in 2 out of his last 6 games, or he hasn't hit this in 2 out of his last 6 games. He had 0 rebounds. He has 0 rebounds in his last 2 games. But in his only game versus the Lakers this year, he ended up having 17 rebounds plus assists. Now, KD did not play in that game, so his rebound numbers did go up. But sometimes, Devin Booker can easily give you 10, 11 rebounds a night if he wants. He's going to give you around 5-ish assists a night. Big game against the Lakers. Both these teams, you feel like, need a win. Both of them have been struggling lately. Feels like both these teams need to win. I expect the energy to be there tonight. I expect, they're going to play a little bit of defense. They're going to be fighting for the boards. I expect Booker to come out with a lot of energy on the boards and maybe getting some teammates involved early. And in his career, Booker loves to play against the Lakers. I mean, just think back to a couple years ago when they played in the playoffs. He always shows up against them. So I like him to crash the boards tonight, and I expect him to give us around 5 assists, if not more. And then we have a same game parlay. We got 2 games sitting at plus 538. We just hit one of these last night at plus 217. Hopefully we can go back to back. We're going to start off with Jason Tatum, 25 plus points. He's hit this in 8 of his last 8 games. So Feels like a lock, maybe not. But going up against the Bucks, even though the Celtics did play last night, I like him to get this done. Giannis, 30 plus points. He's hit this in 8 out of his last 10 games. I don't see that to change. 33 and a half, that's his point total, but give me him 30 plus and we'll take it like that. LeBron, 25 plus points. He's hit this in 4 out of his last 6 games. And I like him to continue that tonight against the Suns. He loves going up against KD. Yeah. Anthony Davis, 25 plus points. He's hit this in 8 out of his last 10, coming off a monster game the other night. Nobody on the Suns can guard him. Who's going to guard him? And to finish it off, Kevin Durant, 25 plus points. He's hit this in 3 out of his last 5. I know he didn't play a couple games. He missed back-to-back games, but he's coming off a game, and I like KD to get it done. That is all I have. Those are my 4 picks for January 11th in the NBA. We'll see you tomorrow.